The thing this morning, though, if I am a Patriots fan, I am screaming, demanding answers why Malcolm Butler did not play in this game. A little background. Malcolm Butler played 97% of the Patriots snaps this year. No one played more, okay? Now, you think he's not out there. Was he disciplined? Was he sick? No. In fact, Eric Rowe, his replacement, comes on the field. He says, it wasn't the plan. In fact, it wasn't official that I was starting until right before kickoff. So in a game where the Patriots defense could stop nobody, where Nick Foles did whatever he wanted, their best cover corner was out there. It gets crazier. Andy Benoit from SI, he talked to an unnamed Eagles offensive assistant after the game. They said, we noticed that Malcolm Butler wasn't out there after the second series and said, this is crazy. What's he doing out there? Then our game plan was we could get Alshon on Eric Rowe. That's what we're going to attack. We're going to attack Eric Rowe because we had Eric Rowe here in Philly, and we knew that was a mismatch. Meanwhile, Malcolm Butler is a healthy scratch who says they gave up on me after the game.
Who's tearing up before the game starts.
Okay, and we know what he's done. This is him before the game, where I'm presuming he now knows he's not going to play. Right. Stood on the game for the whole game on the sideline with his helmet on and didn't play again as the Patriots are getting lit up. I want answers of why this guy was not out there.
It wasn't perfect all season either. They have contract stuff going on, whether they were going to franchise him or not. Then they get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo so they could franchise him. It wasn't – there was tumult there earlier this season.
Okay, so say it was disciplinary. Let's just say hypothetically he went to a party. We don't know that. We don't know that yet. Say it was. Michael Irvin told a story on Players Only on the NFL Network and said that the second time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl, a couple players went partying and all this stuff. Jimmy Johnson looked at him and said, typically – you wouldn't be on the field, but this is the Super Bowl, and I'm going to play. So even if it was disciplinary, Belichick needs to do
or say it's not. Or say it's the Patriots doing what they always do, some twist right before game time, trying to outsmart themselves and outsmart the other team. And they say, you know what, we got a feeling that Malcolm Butler isn't going to step up. We're going to play Rowe instead. I think that's completely idiotic. Because, listen, Malcolm Butler hasn't been perfect all season, but I'll tell you what, in the moment where most guys are unfamiliar with this stage, you want the guy that has the most familiarity. Malcolm Butler saved the Patriots from losing to the Seahawks with an amazing play on that slant route that we all can remember. Why wouldn't you have that man in the game?
There's clearly a reason.
And here's the thing.
There's got to be a reason.
There's a mystery. There's something.
Regardless of what you may think about Malcolm Butler's coverage, at the line of scrimmage, he is an absolute dog. So Alshon Jeffrey being this big, tall, lanky wide receiver, you want somebody that can
He played 97% of the snaps. There's obviously some reason he wasn't. It wasn't performance-based.
Okay, well,
and Nate, even if they did, let's say they tried to switch it up, mid-game, wouldn't you say, all right, we can't stop anybody, let's try Malcolm?
They didn't put him in.
Listen, let's put somebody at the line of scrimmage to put their hands on Alshon, so when Nick Foles is dropping back, he sees a feisty cornerback grabbing and pushing and pulling up against Alshon. That's what Malcolm Butler does the best. Yeah. And you have this guy on the sideline, the one guy that has a ring on his finger, and you don't have him. That blows me away. It blows me away. I don't question the Patriot much, but that's frustrating.
Is there any reason that you could think of that would be okay? Or absolutely nothing?
Listen, if they're not coming out and saying that
they're not going to come out and say anything.
Say he was out till
What if he was out till 7 in the morning and he talked back to Bill Belichick? What is Bill supposed to do? Play him?
I'm not going to assume that. If they're not telling us that, I'm not going to assume that. So until they tell us, it's a dumb decision to put him on the sideline.
Hypothetically, he was out till 6 a.m. and Belichick says, "Are you kidding me? You dressed him for the game." I still think you have to play him.
Yeah, but
Belichick was asked straight up after the game, why didn't he play? Was it disciplinary? Belichick said strictly football reasons.
Let's not assume. So if it's strictly football reasons, it's a dumb decision.
Yes. And to not adjust from that, what do we talk? Adjustments mid-game. You don't think maybe you should give Malcolm a shot to go out there when you're giving up 500 yards, 600 yards?
If you're a Lions fan right now and Matt Patricia just put that thing on the field, are you questioning that hire right now?
Well, it's the same situation with Sherman, right?
And Nagy. All these guys getting jobs are not having good send-offs.
Same situation with Kyle Shanahan, right? These guys are still great coaches.
You're right.
Some of these guys, just like players, you freeze up. You freeze up in the Super Bowl and you make some bad decisions. But that doesn't take anything away from the regular season these guys have all had.